The simplest definition of corruption is the misuse of public power by elected politicians or appointed civil servants for private gain. Why do we allow this to happen? Why does it continue to happen? In Genesis chapter 6, verse 11, quote, "The earth also was corrupt, in decay, ruined, destroyed before God," end quote. In verse 5, quote, "And God saw the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually," end quote. Even back in the time of Christ, the earth witnessed the corruption of man. More recently, being the late 1800s, William Boss Tweed and the Tammany Hall Machine of New York aided their business partners in return for votes, money, and power. During the Vietnam War, the United States poured huge sums of money into Thailand in hopes to contain communism, but instead created an economy and military who did whatever it took to become powerful, leading them to kill monarchs and police officials, overpowering politicians, ultimately ending in destruction and corruption. We should instill integrity, responsibility, and transparency in the youth of America, because attaining these qualities may decrease the corrupt officials taking office in the future. We should also craft a way to decrease the spread of corruption, because as the looks of it, the lying, bribing, and spying will continue to happen. In all perfect honesty, there are those who believe in a utopia and those present in reality. In a survey recently conducted in our community, 86% of the participants said the U.S. government was corrupt. Some of the reasons are long political campaigns that pointlessly spend large amounts of money, the rich easily bribe politicians into reducing taxes on the wealthy, the National Security Agency or NSA domestically spies, and a lot of money is spent in corrupt news agencies, such as Fox, to spread the decisions of government. In a survey conducted by Gallup Polls, it was found that 75% of Americans in 2014 saw widespread corruption, a 9% increase since 2009. And in 2013, 54% of people believe that their government was ineffective at fighting corruption. Attributing factors are political parties constantly buy their votes instead of winning their votes. And when voted into office, politicians may steer away from good government and make decisions that benefit those funding them, and the public interest becomes second. Ultimately, if there is more power and more money to be had, there will always be corruption. The vision of utopia, an imagined place or state of things in which everything is perfect. In the definition itself, it says, an imagined, meaning a mental image or something made up. Some truly believe in a utopia, where there's no corruption, no greed, nor injustice. However, corruption has been seen on the incline as of late, and it continues to be evident in many countries. Therefore, a utopia is too far out of reach. Corruption noted by a large scale of people has continued to grow throughout the decades. In the US alone, politicians spend ridiculous amounts of money and remain easily bribed. The NSA domestically spies, and politicians put the public interest second behind the interests of those who fund them. To limit the spread of corruption, we should learn integrity, responsibility, and transparency to make our government honest again.